Well, friends, welcome to the today's session of the e-learning group 14. The objectives of today's presentation is we will be highlighting the implications and importance of the e-learning as applied to current trends in medical education, and basically give you some live demonstrations, and maybe we will be talking about giving you some live activities which you will have to do with your own students right in the beginning. No goal can rise above the purpose which gives it meaning and strength. The purpose of all this e-learning activity and all these other activities, I make a statement that India is going to have the best medical education system in the world in next 5 years. Earlier education used to be up to 25 to 30 years, and uh, it used to continue whole of our life, and we used to sustain with 25 or 30 years of education. Now it is the era of warm to term education. You know, Jewish mothers, Jewish people are considered the most creative people in the world, and their mothers, when the baby is in the womb, their mothers are asked to solve mathematical problems, complex mathematical problems. They say that it goes to the baby, and in our own mythology, the Abhimanyu was trained about the breaking the Chakravyuh when he was in mother's womb. So something is there, and I don't know how, but quite till the end of our life, we keep on renewing ourselves, and we keep on learning. And with the current state of technology, it is possible, no matter whether we are sitting in Himalayan caves or lying in the sitting on the beach, we can keep on learning in some way. All we need is a mobile phone or a good connection. Earlier education had a long shelf life, and now it is the era of just-in-time education. We take our education just when we need it. The definition of memory is changing. It is no longer uh, remembering. Memory is just a hard disk away. It is our interpretation ability which is now becoming more important. Memory is just, a few clicks away. And earlier education was in classrooms, in schools, medical colleges, and now we are entering an era of online medical education requiring just a computer and an internet connection, or maybe just a mobile phone. That's it. Our mobile phone these days has got more computational power than the rocket which landed on moon. So this is, mankind is moving towards a certain new era, and it is moving very fast. So what is basically a computer? Just a basic definition. In the electrical world, uh, we know that there is either the connection is joined or not joined. So if it is joined, we call it plus or 1. If it is not joined, we say 0. And this gives rise to binary arithmetic. And this binary arithmetic, we define a code 110011 as say A, and 11100 as B, and this leads to numerous possibilities, and permutation combinations, all the languages, all the 16 million colors, uh, and just by various combinations of 0 and 1. And for all practical purposes, a computer is defined as an electronic instrument which converts raw data into useful information. And what is information? It is the meaningful description of something real or abstract, the perception of which is an event which is able to trigger some action or take some decision or change the way further information is acted upon. That is, once it was clear by Copernicus that the earth is round, then the entire thought process changed. Once Columbus discovered America, the entire thought processes changed that the earth is round. So any information which changes decision, anything which changes decision is called an information. And what is information technology? It is a systematic study of artifacts that can be used to give form or description to facts in order to provide some meaning or support some decision making. For example, if you are an anatomy, you take the measurements of 25 or 30 say limbs or the femurs, and then find out what is the pattern in a particular race, or the way certain we see the age group of the people with a particular kind of teeth, or I mean, like in this batch we have got a lot of dentists. We just by the pattern of the various the way teeth are embedded, or we can look at the patterns using various kinds of information, and whatever the data we collect, it is data, and when that data is used, is compiled and a pattern is created, it is called information. And then when that information is applied, it becomes over a period of time knowledge, and when this knowledge is merged with other experiences, it is called intelligence. Yes, Purva. I think Purva wants to say something. Yes, please. Purva, you want to say something? Okay. It is better to use sentence case than all caps locks. And intelligence adds value to the system. So, we are in the 21st century, and we are expecting there are certain changes in 21st century which were not there in 20th century. Now, if we take abroad, there are a lot of changes in our environment. Our political systems are very different. Our prime minister writes, connects with his the national with millions of people using Twitter. He tweets. If Trump wants to tell something on to the to the press or the world, he tweets. It takes just less than a minute to connect with the whole world, and you will be amazed to know that there are almost more than 1 million health-related tweets every day. Our current world is, if our prime minister, if our politician can use Twitter, so can the teachers. And a lot of social media, Facebook, we have got millions of postings which are related to health. And in my own specialty, pathology, we have got, you can say there are, for every subject, for GIT pathology, for prostate, for gynecological pathology, we have got one group. I mean, it could be a Facebook group, it could be a Tumblr group, or it could be a group on the WhatsApp and this and that. Everywhere, this, I mean, it's all, we are all getting hyper connected. And the epidemiological and demographic patterns are also very changing. I mean, there is a two states like of situation in almost every home, and where we find that someone from North India is married to someone from South India or from somewhere from some other country, and there is very rapid mixing up. And even if our children, they go abroad, we are connected with them through WhatsApp video conferencing almost on a daily basis. And distances are very changing very fast. I mean, there is, as if the distance has got no meaning. And if Elon Musk has his way, the new rocket which is he is making, the travel time between India and US is going to become half an hour. Maybe in next 4 or 5 years. I have just sent you a video on the WhatsApp group. It is it is called the we are living in exponential times. You can see it later on. So then there are microeconomic strategies. Earlier, national strategies used to be created. Now the strategies are basically very localized, but they are controlled locally as well as nationally. And there is a lot of the data is being compiled. We have got a tuberculosis registry where it is compulsory and data entry is online. Yes, technology is changing very fast, and it is available. Healthcare systems are changing very fast. If we see the this Pradhan Mantri, this the new health insurance scheme in which support of 5 lakhs is given. I mean, it has got certain backbones which is based on technology. Everyone is getting connected through their Aadhaar card, and there's a number, and in which all their records, they are getting connected. Then the expectations of students are also changing. As Jyoti has said that they want everything very fast. In fact, to a great extent, we find that these students, they really, I mean, they are connected to through very, I mean, they have got the best educational system already available with them, and they like it when the teacher also uses technology. And from the writing on leaves, we have now come into a different age. And even now, was a recent report that they are working on certain technologies by which we will be able to connect the minds with one another through technology, or mind to computer. This is the situation of our students. He is being burdened with more and more information, and he needs help. And to his help comes the network teacher. And the teacher is connected through multiple ways: blogs, wikis, video conferencing, etc., etc. And there is a new ecology. We have ubiquitous learning that we can learn sitting anywhere, moving inside a train. We are sitting in a cave in the Himalayas. We are sitting in the middle of the sea, and I mean, learning is available everywhere. And we are using a new way, which is called collaborative intelligence. We are connecting minds, and in the process, we are creating new knowledge. Do you know that almost 90% of the inventions since the time mankind has come, they are in last 25 years, and most of the inventors are still alive. This is the speed of change, and there is a big differentiated learning that we connect with biophysics people, or people of our own specialty and different specialties through collaboration, and they may be available in different parts of the world. Still, we are able to connect. You will experience this as we move through the course. And of course, video conferencing is one way by which we are all connected. And a few years ago, who would have thought that we could have be taking a class like this, and I'll be sitting in my house, and you all will be sitting in your own place, and then we will be talking as if we are sitting in front of each other. And so this has got the architecture of classrooms is becoming individualistic. Though we are all connected and we can see each other, but there is an internal motivation needed now. We cannot force you, but your internal motivation is needed to learn. And also, there is a reciprocal learning. You also talk something, we also learn, and our work timings have become to our 24/7. Sometimes we take webinars according to the uh, time zones in different countries. So where it is day and here it is night, doesn't matter. We can be connected. It is all the work is now 24/7, and this feature of a meeting of minds using the technology and other methodologies is the ultimate goal. We are heading towards a global mind which is interconnected. Now, the infrastructure requirements of e-learning are basically three. The hardware is something which you can touch. The computer, the mobile phone, the keyboard, the printer, or the modem, the hardware, the wires. Software is the instructions which goes into it, the zeros and ones. And the third thing is the peopleware. The peopleware is the people who are trained to use the hardware and the software. The first two things are readily available, and the success of the entire program lies in the availability of peopleware. That how many trained people, just like you are all getting training, and once in one college 12 or 15 people get trained, it creates a uh, critical mass by which people can be trained. And there are three pillars of medical education, that is curriculum, the teaching learning, and the assessment. And all three of them, they have got certain e-learning components. Just yesterday I was taking demonstration of software. I mean, I was discussing in which you just put in the competencies and then the and the various uh, the objectives, and then it brings out the curriculum map, and you take a pre-test of the class and divide the class into certain cohorts, and then the individualized curriculum for different groups of students depending upon their own previous knowledge based on certain tests. So these things can be done using software. And the assessment part we will just go through. And in this we have got certain term called learning management, in which Moodle, which stands for Modular Object Oriented Distance Learning Environment, the Google Classroom, the Google Drive, the MOOCs, etc. MOOCs stand for the Modular Object Oriented uh, Classroom. So this Moodle is one software package which we will be using, and it was created by a gentleman in Australia, and he he his parents used to work on a mine, and he says since childhood the teacher used to live 150 kilometers away, and his entire teaching took place on radio, and a plane used to come every week, and they used to throw the classwork through from the plane used to airdrop it, and this is the way he used to connect with his teachers. I mean, right up to the class 10th in Australia. And he created this software, and then he released it, and millions of people, they made improvements in it, and this is the way the new software is there, and it has got a lot of abilities, but it has become very, very complex. But we will see what can we do, and we will combine it with the Google Classroom. Moodle helps us in interaction with fellow students, interaction with content, and interaction with the teachers. And also there is flexibility and the creation of learning repositories. This is a directory of e-learning which I have already sent you. The it contains 2,400 tools, and you are asked to just go through it yourself, and we will just as in a playway method. Sites.google.com for making the simple websites. We will be going through it, and there is a site called easychair.com. This site, it helps in organizing a conference and receiving all the papers, sending them to the various reviewers, and then sending the review to the speakers once again, and then it helps in organizing a conference, again free of cost. The open journal system helps in the publishing a journal. You can just register a journal very quickly, and the table of contents is created very fast, and you can just start publishing in a matter of a day or two. You just have to create the articles and just upload, and according to it's a template is available. This is the site of Moodle. You just go through it. We will, when we come to it, we will go into details. Classroom.google.com. You saw it yesterday, but we will be going through it once more. easychair.org, which I just told you, the open journal system, and we are also creating a, through MU India, and also we promote the creating networks of medical educators in every college, in every department, in every state, in every region of the country, for every subject. So we are looking for the smart medical college in which all faculty and medical students, including paramedical and nursing staff, is computer literate and have at least an email address for e-learning purposes, and every department must have at least one. Now gradually they are coming, but still there are places in India where this is not available, and the institute should have a Wi-Fi network with cloud computing. These things are again coming in many medical colleges, or just with the arrival of 4G, the connectivity has improved very much. Even if the institution is not providing, just any enterprising teacher can create it. Ideally, the management should sponsor such projects, and an active team of faculty and students should be available, and the electronic medical resources should be available in every department. The only constant thing is change. We must accept change, we must anticipate change, and we should precipitate change. Now we will do a small exercise. So on WhatsApp I have sent you, and I am also sending it to you on the open journal system. Is just a site in which you can register a journal and just start using it. It creates a website for the journal very fast. Dr. Priya, can you explain to me your experience of when you solved this?
Yes.
So what happened?
Yes, sir. It was very interesting to just click on the option, and then I understood that we can again go back to the test after submitting it and after getting the score.
Yes, at the end of the MCQs,
I can see the answers.
you
Yes,
can see
yes.
the answer, and you could you got it got checked automatically.
Automatically, yeah. And that sort of was a revision.
Yes, and also you were connected
I can take the test
through a
again.
WhatsApp, and
Yeah.
and the questions were multiple choice questions, and it contains a picture also. It contains
Yes.
a video also, and
So we can, interesting thing is we can use different formats, not just the question answer type.
yes,
And colored photographs, histopathological pictures.
yes, because I am from a pathology background, so I use that.
Yes.
Basically, any
Yes, sir.
picture can
But
be.
we can add anything. Yes, sir.
Yes, and so just imagine, now you all have an assignment. You all will whatever class you are taking, you will. I think these days every class has got a WhatsApp group. If not there, you will create it. Just make the group and make one of your students the admin, and he in 1 hour, 1 or 2 hours, he will add the whole class. So, and then you will post one video to that class. You understand? This is your assignment for today. This Google form helps in auto checking. It's an ease of delivery. Item analysis is possible. We can have pictorial questions, video based questions. We also sometimes take attendance this way. So this is basically what we have done today. So you now have 3 assignments. One, register a website on sites.google.com. Create one WhatsApp group of the class and send one video, and also register one class on classroom.google.com, one Google Classroom of your own subject, and send the code to your either the students or whosoever is available. I think it is enough for today. Thank you very much.